much time does it cost you every day while a pressman knifes ink into a fountain, especially when you have limited access to the fountains? How much ink is wasted by overfilling the fountains? How much is lost due to skinning, or because the operator simply couldn't get it out of the container? Industry analysts say up to 20% of the ink in a container never reaches the sheet. And after adding ink, how much stock do you waste trying to regain color consistency? Color variation is the #1 reason for rework. And how much is it costing you to cover time lost due to accidents, or to carpal tunnel and other disorders caused by frequent repetitive motion? Over the course of a year, these inefficiencies really eat into your profits. In today's brutally competitive printing market, can you really afford to ignore them? Now you can recapture those costs and improve your performance and profitability on every job with the revolutionary GreenTrack GTP1 Performance Pumping System from Pamarco Global Graphics. The GTP1 is a remote-controlled, completely automated ink dispensing system. It uses a reliable stepper motor drive to move the dispensing head across the ink fountain. As it tracks across the fountain, ultrasonic sensors monitor the amount of ink in the fountain. When ink falls below the preset levels anywhere in the fountain, the GTP1 automatically deposits fresh ink onto the fountain roller ball, exactly when and where it's needed. The system can use any ink source, from a 5-gallon pail to a 55-gallon drum to a 1-ton tote. The GTP1 is an environmentally friendly system. Except for the fountain, the entire system is completely sealed, reducing VOCs in the press room. Instead of batching or dumping, which can cause color variation, the GTP1 dispenses ink on a just-in-time basis, always maintaining the minimum amount of ink needed. This method reduces ink usage by 15 to 20%. And because less ink is used, cleanup after a job goes a lot faster too. The GTP1 is a smart system that's also easy to operate. Control functions are clear and easy to understand. The remote control unit mounts to the side of the press, placing control functions at the operator's fingertips. The GTP1 is designed to fit into tight, restrictive areas. Installation requires very little downtime. The system is ruggedly built, designed and tested to meet the rigors of high-volume production. And you'll see the savings immediately. Savings in ink, savings in paper, savings in man-hours, and savings in make-ready time. Savings that go hand in hand with our common goal to help protect our environment. But don't take our word for it.
With the new system, you're able to do a lot of other responsibilities that you have other than just sitting there watching the ink. So let's say if you're running a job that uses a large amount of ink, you can't have a person just standing over the ink fountain and then not doing his other responsibilities. With this system, you forget to put the ink in because you don't have to worry about it. It's just constantly adding the ink for you. On the Super Perfector, you have upper and lower units, and the ink is piped to both units. So therefore, you do not have to run downstairs, add ink, run upstairs and add ink. Going to make for a better, easier job for Cecil O'Brien. Pumping out of a 55-gallon barrel, there is very little VOCs compared to each individual can being opened up and exposed at the press. It takes very little time to change the barrel. The ink is never exposed to air to where that there's no skimming or drying in the ink. It's constantly fresh ink going into the press. It's very environmentally friendly because of the fact that with our system now of having to open each individual can and apply the ink into the fountain, there's roughly 220 cans of ink in each 55-gallon barrel. So therefore, when it comes to throwing away those empty ink cans, that is gone by the wayside. And with this system, when it pumps out the ink, it pumps out almost every drop of ink.
The GreenTrack GTP1 Performance Pumping System delivers consistently higher print quality with less waste, lower costs, lower environmental impact, and greater profitability. With all those advantages, isn't it time you dispensed with the mess of manual inking? The GTP1 is available for most presses. Contact Pamarco Global Graphics to find out if it's available for your press and to get savings estimates specific to your operation. GreenTrack GTP1, another environmentally friendly product available exclusively from Pamarco Global Graphics. The printing business today demands the maximum in flexibility and efficiency. You need the ability not only to switch ink colors quickly, often several times a day, but also to switch to the size of ink container that's right for the job. And always to minimize wasted ink and wasted time. That's why you need the Remote Link remote pumping system from Pamarco Global Graphics. Remote Link is designed to work with the patented Gen 2 Sentinel ink management system. With Remote Link, you have the flexibility to switch from an 8-pound canister to a remote 5-gallon pail to a 55-gallon drum on up to a 2,000-pound tote container in seconds and still have the efficiency and convenience of automated ink dispensing. Simply remove the canister and replace it with the Remote Link unit. It installs in seconds, just like a canister. Connect the Remote Link to your choice of container and start printing. As with the other Green Track ink dispensing products, ink will be added only when and where it's needed, allowing you to run with less ink in the fountain, thus reducing waste and cleanup time. With Remote Link, you have the flexibility to run a special color for 5 straight days or to change jobs and colors 3 to 5 times a day without knifing ink into the fountain. You have the ability to change the sequence of 4-color process or change from process to specialty colors, all by using pumping and/or canisters. Plus, you have the advantage of being able to buy ink in bulk to reduce costs and boost profits. Remote Link is another environmentally friendly product available exclusively from Pamarco Global Graphics. For more information, call your Pamarco representative today.